Burnout, I came to learn, is an experience of extreme exhaustion. Physically, mentally, emotionally, there's a complete loss of perspective. If you had good self-care habits, they go by the wayside. You've lost perspective and are unable to be conscious of the way you're moving in your day-to-day. It's very robotic. I knew that I was in the throes of it when my physical health was suffering. My hair was falling. I had chest pains. I had headaches as soon as I arrived to work. And even thinking about work, days approaching would create a physical sensation that was just so gnawing. And that's how I discovered I have burnout. I never would have thought that we would have an experience like this at a global level, where everyone was suffering so much, adjusting to so many things, one after another in rapid succession. It takes a toll, and it did mentally, physically, emotionally, all these things that burnout is about. And for people who were not safe at home, the quarantine period was particularly painful. And for people who've been avoiding feeling their feelings in their day-to-day routine, that shutdown made it so that you had no choice but to feel your feelings. And people were throbbing. And that's exhausting, especially if you don't have a support system or any clue about what's coming up for you that's been waiting for an opening. So it was flooding, and it created burnout. And then when you think about folks that had to not only work from home, but help their children and be the teacher, wearing all these hats, it's exhausting. The body carries information about every single experience we've had. Experiences that we're conscious about, as well as experiences that we're unconscious about. It's like we're a walking filing cabinet. And so when people are experiencing burnout, they're so disconnected. That's a key word, disconnected from themselves. They can't hear the body whispering, "Take care of me, take care of me." And the longer the body is whispering, the longer the body is suffering. That statement is one of awareness. When you are connecting with yourself again, to the point that you're able to recognize that choices you've been making unconsciously hurt you. Not only your person, but your relationships. Everything suffers in the pandemic, in the burnout, particularly the pandemic burnout season. All relationships suffer. And so when you get to a point that you learn to pause long enough to feel your feelings, to notice your thoughts, and not move robotically, that's when you're able to say no to something or to someone in honor of your wellness. And that's a yes to ourselves. Now, that is not as simple as it sounds, because if you are part of a community that for generations has been marginalized, you don't feel like there's space for you to pause. You must keep going, and you put yourself at the bottom of the list. It's embedded in the history of our experiences that have a manifestation in our physical lives. And the good news is that our bodies can also learn to have new sensations. It is my hope that we all find this experience to be one where we learn how to make choices that honor both our wellness and that of others.